printers, whatever money, when Elon exposed that there were magic money printers, these are money printers that just print. Like there's no congressional reason, there's no authorization, there's no account with the money sitting there and you draw it down and you submit it. It's just print. Like 14 or 21 of these that he found in the buildings, like just magic money printers. Like, oh yeah, you need $1 billion to go dig a hole in the desert of Nevada. Here you go. Where does that go? It shows up on the deficit, but this budget's huge. It just gets lost in the mix. And that's literally what was happening. Like that's how I've described it as the magical printer in the sky. Like there's not even appropriations for some of the stuff they spend money on. That is what I was saying. Like you can see it. I can see it. Don't ask me not to believe my lying eyes. Finally, Elon Musk and Doge get to go behind the curtain for 120 days. And they're like, we actually found the printers that will just print a treasury check that cashes. We actually went to the treasury and found out there doesn't have to be a description as to where the check is going or what invoice it's coming from or to who. Remember all this stuff?
Yeah,
they had a 100%
so wild.
hit yes on the print button. Okay, so in a world like that, and you want to go buy a bond, you don't know. There's no prospectus. There's no sound financial decision making. This is purely from a gut. Do I trust America or not?
Nope.
Are we agreement capable? It's hard to tell. Okay, there's nothing real here. The Congressional Budget Office. Well, but the math's the math. Says someone like Thomas Mancy or Rand Paul. The math's the math. You're not bringing enough money in on tariffs. Then why is inflation at zero? Why is the accounts getting bigger? Why is the freaking ice sheet getting bigger, bro? You guys don't know anything. So here's Carolyn Levitt exposing something that should have been really obvious to all of us because we can see with their eyes.
People know this.
If you can't be accountable on your transacting, how's anybody going to budget? If you can't figure out where the $21 trillion go, you think anybody created a budget prior to that foresaw that? So, back when we quote unquote had a balanced budget, but we really didn't. I don't know. Did we really know that we didn't or did? Even just more recent budgets. Well, it looks like we have a deficit, but do we? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what we're really spending? We have no idea. China manipulates their currency. Every major empire in history towards the fall starts shaving the edge off the gold coins, changing the weights and measures regulations. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because why? Because we just can't, we got to make it last. So what's happening here? Well, when you don't have gold coins to shave the edge off, what do? Just print more. This is the Weimar Republic stuff. China does this. They just pump the money into the economy. As long as you think it buys a gallon of milk, we're good. By the time the enough money circulates to raise the price of milk through inflation. I mean, look at any chart looking at the gold standard to the dollar. Gold hasn't changed one freaking bit. You could still take 10 ounces of gold and go buy a starter home. Period. 10 ounces of gold in 1950 bought a starter home. 10 ounces of gold in 1900 bought a starter home. 10 ounces of gold today buys a starter home. 10 ounces of gold bought a Greek toga, a Roman toga, a British suit, London Fog suit. It buys an Italian custom suit today. 1 ounce of gold. The spendability never freaking changes, but the values and how many yen are you going to spend on this? Have you ever bought a pack of gum for 25 billion yen? That's where we're going, So here's the budget office, and Carolyn Levitt drops this bomb.
So point out, I don't think many people know this. There hasn't been a single staffer in the entire Congressional Budget Office that has contributed to a Republican since the year 2000. But guess what? There have been many staffers within the Congressional Budget Office who have contributed to Democrat candidates and politicians every single cycle since. So unfortunately, this is an institution in our country that has become partisan and political, and we are very confident in our own economic analyses of this bill. There is $1.6 trillion in savings, and our Office of Management and Budget Director, Russ Vought, is a fiscal hawk. He is well known in this city for being a well-respected fiscal hawk. He has tools at his disposal to produce even more savings. And as you know, the White House will be sending our rescissions package to Capitol Hill today. And on immigrants, to point out.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you trust the budget? Do you trust their projections on, these tax cuts are going to cost this much and you don't have any revenue and our economy's dying? And then here comes Obama and he's like, let's bail out the auto industry. Let's bail out some banks. Let's roll. Let's do this. And they're like, oh, budget's almost balanced. It's just a minor investment in our
We
future.
just need a little bit of hope and change.
Just a little hope and change, and this will all go. You know what What? Of course, these are politicians. These are they live in DC. Of course, they're on the dole, one way or the other. I don't know how to explain it, but I can believe my eyes. You're all Democrats. No matter what Republican was in office, it's going to be a bad budget. It's horrible. They're cutting Medicaid. It's the worst. Right? If it's a Republican, it's like, we have to fund gay marriage. We've got to do it. The kids need to change their genders. This is a completely great investment in our future. By allowing our children to become transgender, it will result in $8 zillion in net growth.
We just got to be a little bit more progressive.
This reminds me of that general that was like, we need to elect Kamala Harris because our enemies around the world will know that are serious about anti-racism and not being white nationalists. I'm like, you were a 4-star general. You were a 4-star general. Kamala Harris needs to be elected because then our enemies will know we're serious about ending segregation and racism.
Finally.
Oh, really? Go try to be something other than Han Chinese in China. Go try to not be Japanese in Japan. You know what I mean? Like, give me a freaking break. Good heavens. These people are just stupid.